Hello students, we are in the second session of Microsoft Word. So today we will be learning about the formatting, the text, uh, editing the text and many other things. We will be knowing the tools related with our works today. So as we have discussed before, uh, this is menu bar or menu tab. Below the menu tab, this is the ribbon. According to the tab you select, menu tabs, the ribbon tools will change. So this is the working area. Whatever we type, it will display in this blank page. This is a page. This is horizontal ruler and this is vertical ruler. Below you can see here, this is the status bar. Under status bar there is a page number. So currently you are in which page, it will display here. How many words you have typed, it will display here. Magnifier, it will display here. Zoom in, zoom out, all those things you will find here. So when you type any paragraph in Microsoft Word, you can just simply type it. So let's say we have written all those paragraphs. So this is the first paragraph, second paragraph, third paragraph, like that. So first of all we'll discuss about the alignments. There are four types of alignments in Microsoft Word: left align, center align, right align, and justify. Let's say you want this text to be aligned center. Then you just click in that particular paragraph and you can select here. So this is the alignment, left align. Now we are in the left align. If you want to make it center align, just click here and it will be in the center align. Or if you want to put this one in the right side, right align, like that. So for the timing we will put this one in the left align, center align. The shortcut, in order to do all those things, there's a shortcut. Control E is center align. Control plus E is center align. If you don't know what is control, let me show you. This is a control key, CTRL. You have to just press the control and you have to press E, control E. Then it will be in the center. Like that. Justify align is there. What is justify? We will be knowing that. Now here, if you see this, it's not straight. Front it is straight, but in the end it is not straight. If you want to do that, that is known as justify. If you click it, now it is justified. You can see here, now the line says straight. The shortcut key to do that is Control J. Just press Control J and it will be justified. Like that. Control R for right align, Control L for left align. But for the center, you have to press Control E. If you don't know the shortcut, if you forgot the shortcut, what you have to do is just keep your mouse pointer at the top of that particular tools and it will display there, like left align, Control R. If you go to the center line, Control E, like that, it will display. So this is about the alignments. If you want to increase the size of your font, what you have to do is select it. Under the home tab there is a size, font size option. Control Shift P you can use. Control Shift and P will show you whatever size you want. simply here, or you can simply go here and change the size like this. Shortcut key, you will know more shortcut, because if you know shortcut, your work will be easier and faster. So with the help of the keyboard, what you can do is select it, and you have to use control and this bracket. Just you have to press the control key and then use the bracket like this. This is smaller and this one is bigger, like that. You can do that. So that is a shortcut things. In order to change the font style, what you have to do is select it, and from here you can change the font style. Whatever font style you want, you can just select that particular font style and it will be changed. If you want to change the color, same thing, select it. You have to select whatever text you want to color it. You have to select the text, and from here you can change the color. You see here it is written A and underlined with red color, so if you click it, it will be in the red color. Or suppose if you want to change the color, then you have to click in this arrow and you have to choose whatever color you want, like that. Next one is highlight. Suppose you want to highlight this with a color, the same thing here, you have to click in this and it will be highlighted with that particular color. But as same, if you want to change the color, you have to click in the arrow and you have to choose whatever color you want. Now it is highlighted. Line spacing. When you are typing some paragraphs, when you are doing some editing for some articles or any documents, you want to do some line spacing. If you want to do the line spacing, you have to select the paragraph, and then from here you can choose the line spacing, whatever line spacing you want, like this. 1, 1.5, 1 point, oh sorry, 1.15, 1.5, 2, 2.5, 3, like that. For this also there is a shortcut. Control 1 is for 1 point, control 2 is double, control 5 is for 1.5. you see here it will be click in 1.5, like that. So let's try to make it double and see it again. If you press control 2, it will be double. Just let's check it. Yeah, it's in the 2. 2 means double, like that. So this is about the line spacing. Hope you got it. Character spacing. Line spacing is that one, but character spacing. Character spacing, what basically it means. So in this word there are some characters like LOREM. If you want to give a space between these letters or characters, what you have to do is you have to click in the font tab. It's written here font. You have to click in the font tab, then you have to go to the advanced option. Under advanced you will find here spacing. Under the spacing, what you have to do is you have to select the expand. If you want to expand, then you have to select expand. Then by how many points you want to expand, you can just set it from here. You can see in the preview it is expanding, and click OK. See, there's a gap between all the words, all the letters. Hope you got it, like that. You can give the character spacing. Let me show you again. Let's say I want to give character spacing in whole this paragraph. Select it, go to the font tab, and under font tab you have to go to the advanced, and from here you have to select expand. If you want to expand it, let's say I want to expand by 3 points, and click OK. See, this expanded. So this is called a character spacing. If you want to make your text bold, here B is there. Let me show you a shortcut again. Control B is for bold. If you want to bold something, you have to just press Control and B, bold. Again, if you press Control B, that means it will be removed. Control B again, it will be applied, like that. If you want to underline, let's say I want to underline this heading, select, you can underline it from here, underline. If you want different type of underline, you can choose what type of underline you want, but normally this is the underline. So if you want to underline it, you can use Control U for underline, like this. Now it is underlined, like that. If you want to make it italic, select it. From here you can make it italic, little bit slanting, you can see it's slanted, so that is italic. You can press Control I for italic, like that. Okay, let's see the superscript and subscript. Sometimes when you're writing something, you have to write in the superscript and subscript. Let's say you want to write x square plus y square equals to a plus b. Let's say, so x2, it's now x2, not x square. If it is square, it should go up, that is superscript. In order to do the superscript, what you can do is you can just select this and use this superscript. This is superscript and this is subscript. So if you select 2, it will go up, like that. Select it and click this, it will go up. I hope you got it. Like suppose O2, oxygen. I want to write the oxygen formula O2. 2 should go up. Sorry, I've written 0, not O. So O2. Shortcut. Again, I will discuss about a shortcut. You have to use Control Shift and plus. Let me show you with the keyboard again. Just select it first, and then from here Control Shift and this plus shift superscript. Suppose H2O. Now 2 should be down, that is subscript. Subscript also you will find here, subscript, this one. But from the keyboard, what you can do is Control and equals to, then it will be subscript, like that. So this is superscript and subscript. All those things you can do it. Now let's try to know about the change case. What is change case? Suppose you have written something in small letter and you want to change it to capital letter, or you want to change it to the title case. Title case means what? Each word first letter capital, that is title case, or capitalize each word. So you can do that by using the tools under the home tab again. You'll find here AA, it's written here, just click it and you'll find here uppercase. See, it is changed to the capital again. Sentence case, the first letter of the particular word, it is in the capital, like that. Capital each word, so in each word first letter is capital, like that. The shortcut, again shortcut. In order to do that, what you have to do is you have to press Alt O, then E, Alt O E, then you can select whatever option you want and click OK. See, let me just show you again. Alt O, then E. Clear? So this is about the change case. Format painter. Format painter basically what it will do is it will do it will copy the style from the text. Let's say I want to copy these things here. So for that you have to select the text first, then you have to select in the format painter, and you select whatever you want. Let me see this change, or let's say you want to copy this style here, so select it, format painter, and select whatever text you want. See, this text has been copied and pasted here. There's a shortcut, as I told you always. In order to copy the uh, style, Control Shift C for copy, Control Shift C for copy, and Control Shift V for pasting. See, the fonts here and here it is same. Let me just show you again. In order to copy this, just press Control Shift C, and wherever you want to paste, Control Shift V. So format has been copied. So in this way you can work with. If you want to undo, so I have done lots of changes. If you want to go back, what you have to do is you have to press Control Z. Control Z. Whatever we have done, see, it is going back and it is changing. See, Control Z. Control Y is redo again. If you want to redo that particular things again, it will be redo. Like this. Control Z. Control. You can see here, this is Control Z. Undo. So let's say I will give here some colors. From here I will give the colors yellow. Now I want to undo this. Just you click here, undo. Now it is undo. If you want to redo, just click this, it will be to redo, like that. Now let's discuss about the margins, as it is very important. As we have discussed about, this is horizontal ruler. In the horizontal ruler you can see there is indent. This is called the left indent, and this is right indent. See, it's moving. If you click it and drag it, so the margin of that particular paragraph will start from here. If you move the right one, the margin will end here, like this. So if you notice, in the left indent there is two indents top. If you move it, the first lines will start from that point to where we have given our indent. So this is paragraph margin. But if you want to give the page margin, in order to give the page margin, what you have to do is you go there, and when the two-headed arrow appears, just click it and drag it. Everything is moving, not only one paragraph but everything is moving, because we are setting the margin in that way. Here also same thing, like the top, bottom. So in this way you can set the margins. Okay, if you want to go to the next page, insert, you have to go to the insert, then you have to select the page break. So when you select the page break, now we are in the new page here. See, previous page is that, and the next page is here, like this. Now let's say if you want to break the paragraph from here, just click the point there and press enter. If you press enter, that means it will be in the new paragraph. So this is how you can break the paragraph. Drop cap. Drop cap, I don't know whether you have noticed the drop cap or not. Here in these articles you can see M is dropped down to 3 lines. M is dropped down to 3 lines. So this is called a drop cap. If you want to do the drop cap in Microsoft Word, what you have to do is select the first letter. Select the first letter. After you have selected the first letter, what you have to do is you have to go to the insert. Then you have to click in the drop cap option. Then you have to select the drop. Now it is dropping 3 lines. See, it is dropping to 3 lines. Now let's say I have to make a little bit bigger paragraph so that I can explain you nicely. Okay, select, insert, then drop cap. Under the drop cap option, you will find here dropped. Now when we select the drop, it is dropping only 3 lines. But suppose you want to drop more than 3 lines, what you have to do is you have to click in this arrow, then you have to go to the drop cap option. Just go to the drop cap option, select the dropped option here, and how many lines you want to drop, you can just select it from here. Let's say I want to drop 5 lines. Click OK. It is dropping 5 lines. 1 2 3 4 5, like that. This is drop cap. To increase the size of your page, you can just press Ctrl and scroll your mouse wheel. It will zoom in and zoom out like this. Or else you can go to the status bar and you can use the magnifier option here, like this. It's up to you how you want to use. So that's it for the second session. I'll be sending you some assignment. You have to complete it and mail me in my email. Thank you.